I hear it.
I don't know if it's turned off or not. Does that mean it's off or on?
I don't know. Record for a little bit and then play back. I mean, that makes it sound like it's on.
What about the 1, 2, 3, 4? Does that sound bad?
I don't know what it is.
What about this thing that looks like this control is disabled because recording is taking place?
Are you allowed to pause it and then play back?
I feel like when it's on...
But we didn't hear it last time.
Maybe I just didn't have the volume on.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think of that.
I think this means that it's on because the thing is actively going back and forth on, like, the thing.
I mean, I would turn that off.
It's the metronome.
It's brutal.
What's that do?
Dude, you didn't hear that episode? It did that ticking the entire time.
It did.
I couldn't listen. I almost just didn't do our picks that week. I almost just deleted all of our picks that week because I didn't want to listen back to what everyone picked.
It'd be smart if you just wrote them down when we did them.
That would be way too hard.
How does Christian change this from the...
Would it be smart if I just sent you a picture of mine?
No, I just listen back.
Okay.
Yeah, he just listens back.
I just listen back. I listen anyway.
Okay.
Should we call Sherm?
No. Are you recording?
Yeah, I've been recording this whole time.
Yes, we should call Sherm.
Oh, shoot. It's not plugged in, is it?
Alright, so we're going to restart.
No, I'm just going to leave that in.
It'll just be 20 seconds of dead air, won't it?
No, I think it's...
2 minutes!
It's been... Okay.
Yes,
so now that we have the actual thing going...
You gotta say the thing.
No, I don't say that. Christian says it.
You gotta say the thing, dude. Wait, you mean here, I'll just...
Should I turn on the metronome just in...
No, do not turn on the metronome.
But there's so much dead air right now.
No, I'm gonna fix it.
Jocks to the round table. Let's ride.
Alright, so we're good.
Welcome back, Christian.
Oh, man. Let's talk baseball free agency because the actual signings that have happened.
Okay.
I want to start with Cody Bellinger.
Bellinger today.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
So I've been seeing that was a possibility for a long time now.
Really?
And that we should because it makes sense.
It does make sense.
Here's the only problem, though. He's going to start off really, really slow because lefties just don't hit home runs in April in Wrigley.
It's true, but hopefully that they can rework his swing a little bit so it's less loopy.
Maybe get a few more hits because there's no shift.
You want to be on the
well,
pod?
the gap is short.
Yeah, it's just lefties don't hit a lot of home runs in April and February.
Say it again.
The round table.
Okay.
We're talking about MLB free agency and Cody Bellinger being signed.
I thought that was really awesome for the Cubs. I'm not jealous at all. I just feel like the Braves haven't done anything. I would really like to keep Dansby Swanson, but it's probably not going to happen.
Speaking of that, I saw a report where the Cubs may try to sign both Swanson and Bogarts.
That's crazy.
Dang, the Cubs going all out.
Bogarts wants to play shortstop at least his first year, he said.
This has probably been one of the coolest MLB free agencies, but we're all waiting on the big news.
That's a Gold Glove shortstop.
Tanner's really good too.
They're
both really good shortstops.
But yeah, I mean, if Cody Bellinger, if they take the loop out of his swing, they make it less uppercutty.
Easier said than done.
It is.
It is.
But that's why he stopped being good at baseball, is because he messed up his swing.
These guys started pitching to him better.
And they started doing that stupid hit the ball in the air crap. And when you're a lefty...
He was always doing that, though.
But, if it doesn't translate to lefties the same. If you have a good swing as a lefty, you don't mess with it. But hopefully the Cubs hitting staff can do something. We get a good year out of him. He gets to have a 4-year $120 million deal next year.
Yeah.
Like that'd be great.
No, it's win-win.
Yeah.
You had a former MVP for $17 million. He's still a very, very good outfielder. He's still one of the best.
He's a Gold Glove level center fielder.
Still one of the best defensive outfielders in baseball.
And there's this guy named Matt Mervis that the Cubs are going to call up next year that plays first base, and they're going to be able to spell him with Bellinger.
Yeah. NL East news. So DeGrom left Friday night. He went to the Rangers. 5 years.
$185 million.
5 years is a lot.
How old is he? 30.
He's 35. Or he'll be 35 at the start of next season.
Through his age 39 season or something.
And the Mets responded by signing Verlander to 2 years, $86 million. There's a third-year option.
Yeah.
Here's my question: who pitches more innings, DeGrom over 5 or Verlander over the next 2? Because I think it's Verlander over the next 2.
I'm going to say it's DeGrom.
Because not more innings, more starts. Sorry, more starts. Because I think I think Verlander has more than 60 starts over the next 2 years. And I don't know that DeGrom gets to 60 starts over the next 5 years.
Are you including postseason starts?
No, just regular season starts.
Okay. I think
in 5 years, you pull up their baseball references.
I think he'll have at least 80 starts over the next 5 years.
Maybe. I don't know. If I could bet on it, I would bet on Justin Verlander.
Yeah, I think DeGrom. But it's close. That's a close question.
I mean, he had.
I think I'm going to agree with Oakley.
I think he had 15 starts last year and 12 this year. 5 years, 12 starts is 60.
Yeah, I'm going.
I mean, it's close. It's gonna be close, is the thing, and that's bad.
Thing is, if he pitches a full season one time, it's pretty much.
No, because he can then miss seasons.
Yeah.
If he goes 30 starts next year, and then 10 the next year, and then misses a season, and then goes 2, it's like we're pushing that number.
And then Kate Upton tweeted out that weird thing about her and Justin Verlander saying that the Yankees had a better offer, but we went with the Mets.
She didn't tweet that out.
Who did then?
That was a fake
account.
thing. Yeah.
I thought
you didn't know that.
No, I thought she was. She was trolling.
That's why
that account does that stuff all the time.
It was fake.
I was like, that's hilarious.
And it gets people because it's like the New York Post logo, but it's just in yellow.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they have the $8 blue check mark. I think they had a blue check mark like before that, and it gets people every time. And they'll tweet ridiculous stuff, and people that's not the most ridiculous thing that they tweeted that people have fallen for.
I don't know, but Kate Upton's wore a Brave full uniform before, so who really won?
Bro, why are you looking at pictures of Kate Upton?
No, I saw it on Twitter after.
Chill.
Bro, chill out, Mason.
Bonk.
Yeah, facts.
For real.
And then, so the Trey Turner news was huge, and then there was huger Trey Turner news today. Did you see what he turned down?
Turned down 342 from the Padres.
Yes.
He would have been the highest paid shortstop in MLB history.
But he didn't want to go to San Diego.
Didn't want to go to San Diego, wanted to go back east.
I knew he wanted to go back east.
The thing is that $342 million deal with the California state income tax is already $300 million. And then federal income tax, so
But you don't get every game taxed there. But at least half, yes.
More than half because it's Dodgers.
And the Giants.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, it's where you
It's prorated based on where you earn the money. For that portion of it. But your other money that you earn, it's your state of residency. Which most players, you still have enough time to establish time outside of that state to establish residency in
Florida, or
Florida,
Texas.
Tennessee, Texas, which is where a lot of players have done that.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, but still 82 of your games, or in that case, 82 plus, I don't know what the new scheduling is, another 24 at least,
Yeah.
I would guess.
Between the Dodgers
No, not 24, I guess 12, because half.
and the Giants.
Yeah, and they'll play
That's
Oakland,
93.
and they'll play the Angels, because you play everyone now.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's
new.
just like home and homes?
I don't
no,
think it's
no,
home
no.
homes. I think they rotate every
You
year.
play everyone every season now. which helps
So
the Yankees.
wouldn't
a lot.
it just be home and homes then?
No,
But
I mean no,
it's
because you
just
could
one
just play a
series.
team. You could just play like the Yankees and the Giants will only play one series next year.
No, I'm saying between the years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
every
yeah,
other
every
year.
year.
Every other
Yeah,
year.
that'll
Yeah,
alternate.
that's what I meant.
Right. That'll
Like
alternate.
college football, how it's home and home.
Yeah, it'll alternate.
They got rid of the dumb 2-game series too, unless it's
Are there any 4-game series still?
yes, they'll still have 4-game series, but they got
only
rid of
with
the.
divisional people?
I don't know about that. I don't know who it'll be
Because they would only do the 2
'Cause,
games with
Yankees Mets would be. They would still do 2 in Yankee Stadium, 2 in City. I almost said Shea Stadium.
Yeah.
2 at City.
You
That's
said
shitty.
shitty.
No, I almost said Shea. And so that would be 2 and 2, but it's really 4 because it's like that. But no more Yankees Orioles 2 games on a Monday, Tuesday. It's like that's a dumb series.
Oakley.
What's up, dude?
Are y'all in talks with Andrew Bogarts?
The Yankees? Probably not.
The reason I was going to ask is I read a blog on Barstool a couple of days ago, and it was talking about 30 years ago about the Red Sox. They were coming off their worst, one of their worst seasons ever,
They have a lot of those.
and so they were talking about how the free agency was huge, just like it was this year. So that was the year Greg Maddux went to the Braves, and Barry Bonds went to the Giants,
Right.
and that same year, or it's kind of like this year. It's you got all these big names, and the Boston Red Sox are no longer contenders for signing big names, and they're about to lose Xander Bogaerts. But also in that same year in 1993, they lost a really good hitter in Wade Boggs,
Yeah.
and he went to
The
New York.
Yankees. Won the World
And-
Series in 95. 96.
The New York Yankees.
Said 95.
I
It
was
was
wondering
96.
if Xander Bogaerts was just going to make a trip down to New York. I was going to say Yankees all the way.
I mean, they're obviously in on they're in on every. They're always negotiating with every single free agent. So, or at least asking about every single free agent. And so, yeah, they probably talked to Xander Bogaerts, but I don't think that they're going to get Xander Bogaerts. It'd be funny. He's still good.
If y'all got Xander Bogaerts, I would say go ahead and put your bet down as soon as you could.
I mean, I probably would.
So, I was upset about DeGrom. I had it already in my mind that he would be an Atlanta break. Already
Would have been sick.
would have been.
That would have been a very fun little interdivision steal of a player.
It would have been, and I think it was funny because all the Mets players even believe, or the Mets fans even believed that was going to happen.
I know.
It just turns out that it did. Mason probably knows more about who we're in talks with and who we're not. I don't know. I haven't seen anything.
I haven't seen much about the Braves, if I'm being totally honest.
We're
That
in-
doesn't mean that they're not in talks, but I just haven't seen much.
We're in on Brian Reynolds.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that they're going to trade him.
You don't think so?
I don't think the Pirates are going to trade him. Which I think isn't. I mean,
it's not dumb.
it's like Juan Soto last offseason, where it's like, this is the best time for you to trade him, and they don't. Now, you kind of figure with the trade deadline being a literal deadline, you can maybe squeeze more out of a team. And so maybe that's what they're hoping for this season. So, but I do think I think there's an argument for possibly getting more in the offseason than you would in the midseason.
Yeah.
Have you college football yet?
No, we can pivot to college football.
No, I called you right at the beginning.
Yeah.
No. Do you want to pivot to some NFL news today?
We'll pivot to some NFL news today. Is this Titans?
Titans fired J-Rob.
Yeah.
However, that's not even the biggest news in Titans Twitter today.
I think that's the bigger news.
No. So,
This is dumb news.
so
On Twitter.
Titans Twitter. There was
Titans Twitter.
Titans Twitter. There was 4 major
What
things
are
that
you
happened
doing?
today. J-Rob fired Matt Neely, who was a Titans super fan. he passed away. His wife is pregnant with Javon Curse's baby.
Oh my goodness. Do you think he's such a super fan that he allowed that to happen?
He's passed away like 3 years ago.
Okay. Never mind then. I thought never mind. I'm not gonna get him.
Then this girl.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Titans super fan died today.
No.
No. He died 3 years ago.
He died 3 years ago.
Today, though.
Today.
3 years ago today.
No?
Okay.
I don't think so. Just about 3 years ago. I don't know when.
Okay, so it was
Christmas Day about 2 years ago.
Okay, anyways, so his girlfriend.
He was down.
Yeah.
Girlfriend is pregnant with Javon Curse's baby.
Yeah.
Talk about a bomb.
So the girl
Do you think he had it written in his will for that to happen?
I mean, maybe that's what I'm kind of thinking. I didn't know this till just now, but I think if he's a true super fan, that might have been his dying wish.
Okay.
It just took him a while. They were trying for a while,
Okay.
or maybe she just didn't make that connection yet.
How old is she?
I have no idea.
She's about 53.
No idea. He was probably.
She's that old.
He's probably like 35.
I'm just making stuff up, dude. She was a cougar.
He was. All right. So next topic. That's a big news.
What's she look like?
Was that all? So that was all one.
No,
That was all.
no, that's two. That J-Rob fired and then that.
Yeah, he didn't get fired because of that.
That was all 1 point. So that's point two.
That's point two. All right. Now point three. Okay. There's this chick. All right. Her name is Kiwi.
Don't say her name.
No, it's not a real name.
Okay.
She goes. That's Kiwi allegedly.
Oh,
Okay, that's fair. Well, maybe her parents are Jews.
And y'all, I haven't told y'all this one either. And she's allegedly racist, but she hooked up with Chad Johnson, and her only request was McDonald's.
What's that got to do with the Titans?
I don't know. This Kiwi chick is a Titans fan.
Okay.
Okay, the last point. The same Kiwi chick
Okay.
ate AJ Brown's ass on a bed with no pillowcases.
What?
Yeah.
What happened?
Allegedly, she ate AJ Brown's ass on a bed with no pillowcases.
Why are the pillowcases?
Who is the girl?
I don't know.
She's the
What I
super
hate-
fan's
that's what I
wife.
hate.
No, different person.
People like this so much notoriety for no reason.
Well, that's what Mason's doing.
It's just funny that this has all happened today.
Sometimes
So-
I'm glad.
apparently, Wilson Contreras has long-term deals offered to him by both the Cardinals and the Astros.
I believe that.
5+ years.
How old is he? 33?
30.
Oh yeah, no, I get that. Because his skill set can DH too. Like
Did you say the Astros?
yeah.
It's illegal. That should be illegal. I mean,
should be illegal for him to go to the Cardinals. That's what it should be.
I don't care.
Yeah, that's kind of tough.
I don't care about the Cardinals.
Going from Cubs to Cardinals. So that's the news that's happened with Titans Twitter today.
J-Rob firing, how do you feel? I'm not going to ask how you feel about the other things.
Yeah,
But J-Rob firing, how do you feel about that?
I don't know. I've reflected on it a lot today.
This man gave his blood, sweat, and tears.
I don't care.
Like, did I want it to happen? No. But the rumors are coming out that Vrabel said it's either me or him, and I'm 100% fine with siding with Vrabel, if that's the case. I think...
Ultimatums never end well, Mason.
I know. I think Vrabel needs to have more say in personnel. People are saying like the A.J. Brown trade is why he's fired. I still think the A.J. Brown trade was a good trade.
Even after the news that came out today.
Yes. Even a better trade.
He's swapping fluids, and they're not the normal kind.
Yeah. So, I get it because we kind of hit a wall, but
A wall of accepting good enough.
yeah, and I don't.
If you're okay with good enough, I would be mad about the firing. If you're not okay with good enough, I would be positive about the firing.
I'm curious.
Maybe not happy about it, because you're never like happy about that stuff. But like,
No.
Like if your team's good, you're not happy about a change that is with like the goal in mind of, because it's going to be very different. And so, like, do you want to stay the same and win a bad division and lose early in the playoffs?
Yeah. I'm curious.
A lot of teams would be happy with that.
I'm
but if
curious.
you've done that a few times now, it's like, okay, is this guy taking us to the next level? No.
What are we doing?
Is he doing anything to make changes to get us to the next level? Not really.
Like, I credit him for trying to go out and get Clowney, trying to get Julio, like, thinking that stuff would pan out.
Those are very low risk moves.
So,
which there's a place for low risk moves, but I also don't equate them to.
But
if they pay off, that's great. But again, it's a low risk move. I don't equate low risk moves to championship efforts. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
sometimes they are, but they're low risk for a reason.
The offseason is going to be kind of weird. I wonder how much control the new guy will have in bringing in, like, what we're going to do at the quarterback situation, because Tannehill we can save $20 million if you cut him, but do you want to roll with Malik? Do you want to bring somebody else in?
Man, there's going to be some available quarterbacks.
It's going to be weird.
Baker Mayfield.
I don't think Baker is as bad as people make him out to be.
I don't know. I don't know. Go get Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Why not?
How sad would Jake
no?
Tiki be?
I don't know the guy.
Oh,
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Oh, yeah. He would be sad.
All right. I feel like I know him a little better now.
He's a huge Bill fans. He was talking crap today, and then, like, the whole group message, like, jumped on him. It's our Madden group.
Bro, he had Wags flustered.
He did.
Wags couldn't type a coherent sentence. Here's what I think about all of it. If you ask me as a interdivisional rival that they fired him, it's kind of hard to say. I do think that, I laughed during the A.J. Brown trade, but I also realized it from a standpoint as a football fan that they had to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think A.J. Brown for y'all is worth all that money, because you got to use it in other spots where y'all need to fill needs.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought that was a win-win for both sides. A.J. Brown got a better quarterback, and the Titans got more options than just one player.
In the same trade, because then we traded back, and we got Roger McCreary, a starting corner, and a starting right tackle, and Nicholas Petit-Frere.
And you guys needed both of those.
Yes.
Severe.
I don't think the team, if you take those players off and Burks off and put A.J. Brown in, I don't think the Titans are better.
If you guys had A.J. Brown this year,
not better.
Ryan Tannehill would be dead.
Yes.
And then people would be throwing all over you.
But then again, you also got to say, like, okay, credit the GM for making that move and getting more, but you also got to say it's kind of the GM's fault that he was in a position where you had to trade a number one receiver like that. Because you didn't do the other things to supplement your team.
This is one thing I think the Titans shouldn't have done. I never thought that they should have signed Ryan Tannehill to the deal they did.
I don't either.
Well, I think everyone can agree with that. And that's not even hindsight. I think even at the time, people were like, well, that's
you knew that he would not throw that many touchdowns again. Everybody knew that.
Mm-hmm.
It was like one of those, well, maybe if everything else works around him, he doesn't have to do that again, but it can be good enough for us to make a run. And that's fine, but you knew before he signed that deal, okay, our entire offensive line is old. We're letting go Saffold, which was, is a good move. He is up there. And,
Radens has been fine at left guard.
You've got to start planning. When your offensive line is aging out and it's all of them, you've got to start planning on replacing it quick.
Mm-hmm.
And not just draft. Like, you've got to sign free agent guys to get there that have that experience.
And we've relied on signing, the free agent signing on the offensive line has been guys that are backups, that are veteran backups.
Yeah, and you're going to get yourself in a hole that the Colts have done that before, and it's not fun to watch.
No.
Will can tell you in person, it's not fun to watch your quarterback get demolished because you have second string offensive linemen starting for you, or third string.
The question I want to pose is,
How is it?
where were you
In the world?
when A.J. Brown got traded?
I was playing softball.
Playing softball.
I was playing softball.
Yeah.
I was sitting on my couch, and when I saw the trade, I started laughing.
Oh, I started laughing in the dugout.
Yeah.
Because one, I knew that all the Titans fans that I knew would be so upset. But I knew the receiver they got was a good one. It's just going to take a while to kind of develop him and get him in the system.
His stats this year, even with the games that he's missed, are better than AJ's. His in rookie year comparison.
That's good. That's a good start. He also had injuries that he's had to work around too.
Yeah, and Burks went on IR with turf toe. I mean, he's probably going to be out this coming week with the concussion. So.
Oh, also, the funniest moment of the day, it wasn't even Jake trolling y'all. It was literally when Darcy was defending the Titans, and Wag said, "Dude, you're not even old enough to remember the dark days." It was just like I was imagining Darcy just being like a little baby, 2 years ago.
The dark days are not that long ago.
Like, I remember when we had the first overall pick in, 14?
Yeah.
Like, it's not
long ago.
I was in high school.
Yeah, Darcy was in high school then, too.
No, 14 was my freshman year.
What was, Oh, no, that was my senior.
I just thought that was funny. He was talking to Darcy like he was just a little child.
Yeah.
And I was like, is Wags like a 40-year-old man? Like, what's going on right now? I just thought that was so funny. But I think, like I said, I really do think y'all are about to have to deal Derrick Henry.
And honestly,
I think that's a good thing because he's old.
I'm not mad. I won't be mad if we rebuild the offense, keep the defense in place to be competitive. I mean, I think you got to re-sign Jeff to a long deal. We've got Harold Landry signed, Amani Hooker, Byard, McCreary on a rookie deal, Fulton on the rookie deal. Like,
you don't need. I mean, look at your right now. 3 years going on 3 years down the road. Which team are you worried about? Seriously,
the Jags.
So
yeah.
you think that they're going to sign Judge now?
Because we're trying to find out.
Right.
We don't have right now.
Because you think that they're
We're not
building
looking
around
good
him?
unless we do something.
I think they're adding pieces.
And we're stuck with Matt Ryan at the moment.
Like, and you keep the defense intact, and you can get younger on offense. I think if you cut Tannehill, you trade Henry, which I don't like saying that because I don't want it to happen, but I could see it happening.
Hey, man.
And you can build. You have Hilliard and Hassan Haskins at running back. Just put like two guys that can do what they need to do differently well. Burks, you can add another young receiver in the draft. Rebuild the offensive line. The right side's young. You got Petit Ferrer and Nate Davis. Nate Davis is like 27.
I'll give you a situation right now. There's a team out there that would need the running back. You trade Derrick Henry, and they go, "We'll give you 2 second-round draft picks right now for this next draft."
Yeah.
Are you taking that?
2 second-round picks in the next draft.
In this draft, this upcoming draft? I think you'd be crazy not to take it.
This draft,
Maybe some other later round picks.
I'm not a huge fan of this draft as a whole, which I haven't done my studied it enough. Does that make sense?
I mean, it does, but I would. I mean, you gotta start planning for draft picks now and later.
I would probably take a second this year, a second next year, a fourth, and a sixth split, whatever years you want to do it. I would probably do that for Henry.
Okay. That's a good answer.
That's how I feel, and Henry could go to a team and would be really good. And I mean, running backs you can find in the third round. Look at Damian Pierce.
I mean, it's true. That's true.
So I'm not really worried about that. I'm more worried about quarterback situation. But you get draft capital, and you can take a risk on a guy where the Titans are probably going to be this year is, I'd say, mid-20s with playoffs, where we're going to be. Because we're probably going to make the playoffs and then put out in the first round. So,
Playoffs.
So mid-20s, and put, like, maybe a guy, Richardson falls. But he's one of those guys that, like, if he develops, he's going to be great. But if not, but he could easily flop. So, I don't know. It's a tough decision. It's a tough situation to come into.
Yeah, but there's sometimes that, I mean, I think we've been, for Colts fans, you just get too excited for the opportunity to go.
Mm-hmm.
So, but is there any other NFL news that's happened?
Jimmy G got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy
Baker to the Rams.
Is that Christian's quarterback?
He's got golf.
Okay. Yeah, Baker Mayfield. I was shocked, to be honest. He got picked up so fast.
Yeah, he's claimed off waivers.
Oakley's getting sick.
Why? Because he's getting the scaries. Is he thinking about San Francisco?
Look, dude, the only defense that we had was that if Aaron Judge goes to the Giants, it's him and nobody else. You're by yourself. That team sucks. They're worse than the Yankees last year would have been without Aaron Judge. They just signed Mitch Haniger.
Who, the Yankees?
What are you, like the brother of AJ Brown's racist girlfriend?
I don't understand. What does that mean?
Are you Javon Curse's?
Who they just signed?
Mitch Haniger.
Mitch Haniger. You need to relax, dude. That was that was bad. You can't do that. You can't put it there. I had to think of that one for a while.
Yeah.
Dude. And then Ken Rosenthal just tweeted just the meanest thing that's ever been tweeted of all time. Giants from beginning have wanted two outfielders, Hannigan and Aaron Judge. Shut up, Ken Rosenthal, you short little midget. With your stupid bow ties.
Disavow.
Not disavow. Midget. Stupid midget with your stupid bow ties.
Disavow.
No, it's
Talking about Buster Olney?
No, Ken Rosenthal. They're both midgets, and they're both nerds, and I hate them both.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. The last time the Braves had like a real big free agent to leave, they literally let him walk. So
You talking about literally last year, like this calendar year?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
But we replaced him with a guy who's younger.
I can't remember
Better
before, and I don't
This
Who
remember.
will be in 2 years.
Maybe,
Well,
but he wasn't this year.
He will be over the term of his contracts.
Mason might know better than me.
Yeah.
Do what, Sherm?
When was the last time we let someone that was that big of a name for us walk?
Probably. No,
Was it
we traded Justin Upton.
Yeah, dude, he was not doing what they traded him.
Traded Craig Kimbrell.
What, did we trade Andrew Jones to the New York, or did he?
I can't remember. I was so young.
I think he left. I'm pretty positive he left because that was when he was basically the guy for Atlanta. He was hitting bombs out of the stadium.
Well, Rafael Furcal, where did he?
Rafael Furcal, he walked. He went to St. Louis after, it was St.
No, that was Edgar Renteria, wasn't it?
No, yeah, he went to St. Louis, then Furcal went to St. Louis and then L.A.
about
Gotcha.
Yunel Escobar?
Nah, that was okay. Omar Infante?
Yeah, so this is actually probably in my lifetime one of the biggest ones I let walk. So yeah.
Yeah.
Apple cider donut flavored protein. Hey, why don't you eat a snickerdoodle cookie?
Podcast right now.
All right, let's podcast a little better. We've had some dead air. Too much Titans talk. No one that listens to this podcast cares about the Titans.
Too much Titans talk.
Let's talk about the Yankees.
Well, let's talk about conference championship games.
Hey, straight up, before we talk about that, I'm telling you right now, if Aaron Judge goes to the San Francisco Giants, I'm doing the 3-hour Yankees podcast. It's going to happen. And it doesn't have to be like a Tuesday night when we usually record. Like, I'll come here on Tuesday,
And then
and I'll take everything with me.
No, well, you can just do it here afterwards.
He'll
We're here till 2 in the morning.
to sleep, work.
What if the Yankees' offer were better?
I'll still do it.
Like, how upset will you be with the Yankees?
Same level of upset.
If they offered Judge a better deal and he didn't take it?
Just said
Yeah,
no,
it's
I'm
their
gonna go
fault.
home.
They shouldn't have given him a chance to go free agency. It's their fault.
Because they did have the chance to give him what he wanted.
They have multiple chances.
'Cause then
If they would have offered him the remainder of Trout's contract before the season started, he would have said yes.
This will be the weirdest thing I'll ever see. If he
9 years, 35, 450 a year.
doesn't
He would
resign.
have said yes, and that would have been a steal.
It's tough.
College football.
Conference
USC sucks on defense. We're lucky. We are lucky and fortunate in every way that we don't have to watch USC's defense play in the college football playoff. We're very lucky.
Can I change that? Can I change what you're saying?
God has blessed us with not allowing us to watch that defense play in the playoffs. Go ahead.
I would say God has blessed us not allowing us to watch a Lincoln Riley defense.
There you go.
Because
Dunk on him one time.
that man did not bring any type of defense from Oklahoma. Let's be honest. It was all about who could score the most points, and he's doing the same thing in the Pac-12.
Trying to. Lost twice, though. Go ahead and tell you they didn't score the most points in those games.
They lost to a team that Florida beat.
That's true. Should Florida be the Pac-12 champions?
Arguably.
Some are saying that Florida should be the Pac-12 champions.
See, and that's what makes me mad. Florida is like, okay, so you can beat Utah, who's the Pac-12 champions, but it's almost like they laid out all year. I don't know if it's play calling. I
No,
don't know. Personnel.
it's personnel. Big personnel issue. We matched up better with Utah because they don't really – their receivers are trash. Their tight end killed us.
Well, let's talk about the teams that are still playing for meaningful games. Kentucky's in the Music City Bowl.
Hey, Florida plays their bowl game before Kentucky does, so –
That's not a good thing. that's never been a good thing.
So,
I think the biggest thing that's happened is Hendon Hooker is not in New York.
Yeah, it was expected. You knew they were going to mess it up. They always
Correct.
do. And people are shocked every time. And I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
have you been living under a rock?
the Heisman's
Not the
though.
country.
The thing that's the weirdest
Used that
thing
joke last week.
is Georgia fans think that it's correct.
Well, yeah, they're stupid.
they
And
bark,
then-
they bark at people.
We talked about this before the podcast. Everyone's really stupid.
Yeah, and then not only was Hooker the AP
Especially women.
Offensive Player of the Year for the SEC, but he was also voted first team
I was going to
by
say.
the AP and the coaches.
Stetson was number 2. He was second team.
On AP, he wasn't even on second team.
He's
third team.
going to the Heisman thing.
But he's the
Oh,
Heisman representative.
Candidate, yeah.
It's very strange.
This week, 2 reasons is why I do not like college football as much anymore. One is the Heisman. The way they picked that, Hendon Hooker had a crazy year, and I don't care if he got hurt or not. That dude balled out. It's all about narrative and media perspective. That's all it's about now. I'm going to be that old guy because that's what it's about. That's literally what it's about.
Sure, I gotta interrupt you, dude. The microphone on your phone skipped just a quarter of a second at the most inopportune time.
You
What
said
did I say?
narrative, and it did
You
not
said
say
narrative. Sherm said narrative. Okay, I just want everyone to know that it did skip between the first letter and kind of the second vowel
And
area.
narrative.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I
look,
think-
he said
okay.
narrative.
Well, so that's all it's about now. It's just the narrative of college football.
Yeah. No, you had it that time. Nailed it.
Got it.
We all
Looked at each other.
were like, I was Googling how do you edit a podcast. Whew. That was close.
It was.
then-
We literally
it's-
all just looked at each other. We're like, "What did he just say?" And then, okay, never mind.
It's all
Okay.
it's all about now. You know, we have a human aspect of how we allow teams to get into the playoff.
Right.
It's literally just a poop show of how to justify this, so that way, not only do we keep the people happy, but also make just a bank load of money while we do this.
I will say this. I think the last couple days before Sunday morning when they announced the playoff, there was a big media push about Alabama and they have a path, and that was totally manufactured. Everyone they had no and people got riled up about it. It was completely manufactured from the beginning. They had zero chance, and there were 4 teams that had 0 or 1 losses.
That was for
it
ratings.
worked out perfectly.
That was for ratings.
That's exactly how. Yeah, it was for TV and for people to get on social media and be mad about it, and it worked.
So you got to also understand, I live in this state.
Oh, I know.
Nick Saban is basically the governor, and dude, there were people who were like not just butthurt, but like they were ready to go fight. Like they were mad, and so
I bet Paul Feinbaum's show did numbers on Monday.
There was a guy at work, and he was upset. He was just like, how do you think Alabama doesn't deserve to be in there over those other teams? I was like, dude, I don't think they deserve to be ranked number 5 because they're not even the 3rd best SEC school. They're just not. And he's like, well, we got the players. I was like, that's great, but you lost the games.
Didn't have the season.
And
That
he
has
was
to
like,
matter.
like, we had 2 really close, good losses. And I was like, so tell me your 2 really good big wins. Like, tell me your big wins that they were like, man, they beat a top 10 ranked team and they took them to the woodshed. They don't have any.
I can point to it every single season.
Has 3 losses or 4 losses. Mississippi State has 3 or 4 losses. LSU beats you. They have 4 losses. And then Tennessee beats you. And they have, 2 losses?
You can point to it every single season. Your 2 losses can be as close as you want them to be. They can be 7 overtime losses to the number 1 team twice. It doesn't matter. You have 2 losses, you're out.
I agree 100% on that. If you don't play for your conference championship game and you have 2 losses, you're out to me. You have no business being in it.
Yeah, you're done.
And it was a wild show. Like, there were people who literally said, it was so funny. You get on Facebook, my top 4. And Alabama, people would have Alabama ranked 2nd. Like, I'm dead serious. And I'm like, how can you even justify that? Like, they're like, well, TCU lost late. Okay.
That don't matter like it did in the BCS.
You lost twice. If we had the BCS, you wouldn't even be close to where you are right now. Like, the only reason you're ranked this high is because they added a human element to it, and they're just putting you there because, well, if there's a shot to get them in, then we'll make a lot of money off of it. And that's really it.
Yeah. Did anyone get mad enough to go drive up to Ohio and poison all the Buckeye trees?
Hope so.
I am now looking for ways to edit podcasts.
Because Paul, I went up there to old Columbus,
Oh, is it?
Ohio.
Yeah,
I gave a
it's
piece
funny
of
though.
my-
It's a Harvey Updike reference.
Yeah,
We're not actually gonna do
It's
it.
a reference about poisoning the tumor's corner.
Yeah.
Yes.
What am I? Am I inciting a riot? Am I going to get
Maybe.
banned from Twitter? Not no more. Shout
Okay,
out Elon.
let's move to picks.
Think how wild it was listening to that live. That changed my life forever.
Oh man. All right, we're doing picks. I'm going to say the standings.
45 minutes.
Yeah, we're deep in the podcast. We gotta get a move on these picks.
I'm gonna be so mad.
Christian 47-36-1, Sherm 39-34-1, John Alex 41-43, Will is 36-45-3, I'm 35-47-2, Mason's 29-54-1. We're closing in on kind of the final weeks We got to pick it up.
And I'm trash. But I'm positive in
How
money.
is Christian
Not
not
on
making
this.
money?
Not on this.
Yeah,
But, like,
not on
overall, throughout the season, I'm positive on money.
The better question is, how do we have 8 pushes?
I don't know. Well, a lot of those are the same games.
That's fair. How have I been involved in all of the pushes?
I have more.
Better.
You have more pushes.
I'm positive.
Sure,
All right.
what are your picks? 5 NFL, 1 Army.
5
Navy.
NFL picks and 1 Army Navy pick.
Oh, I don't know where to pick first. Okay.
Let's save Army Navy for last.
Oh wow, we're gonna do that one last. Okay.
We'll do 1 a second.
I like the Minnesota. That's right.
Yes, it is.
It is. I was shocked, and that's why I'm not going to take it.
The week, yeah. Okay. Minnesota Vikings +2.
I have 2.5.
2.5. 2.5. Yep.
Yeah, take it. I also like. I like the Giants +7 actually. I don't know why. I just like the Giants +7. Tennessee Titans -3.5. We'll go with Seattle Seahawks -4.5. And I will take the Arizona Cardinals +1.5. Was that 5 or 4?
I think that's 5.
Just 1.
Just one more? Okay.
No. Just 1. The line.
Oh, okay. I'll take that.
Okay, I got mine. I'm going to go Patriots -1.5 against the Cardinals.
Just 1. I just said that.
Oh. I'm going to go Chiefs -9 against the Broncos because the Broncos are awful.
Yeah.
Over 44 New York Jets at Buffalo.
Did you say Newark? Because they're in New Jersey, not New York.
Vikings +2.5 against the Lions. And Titans -3.5 against the Jags. So Sherm and I are...
Was that 5?
Sherm and I are in each other's holes right now.
Was that 5?
Yeah, we are nut to butt with these picks.
Go.
All right. You want me to go?
Yeah.
All right. So I like under 36.5 Baltimore at Pittsburgh. Under 44.5 Houston at Dallas. I think it's a low scoring, or I think it's a blowout,
Yeah.
but
Houston doesn't score much in that game.
yeah. Kansas City -9 at Denver. Tampa Bay +3.5 at San Francisco. And I like the Cardinals money line on Monday night.
How many people are on Patriots -1? Just you right now?
I'm sure.
I thought Sherm was on the Cardinals.
Oh, no, I got Cardinals +1. Or +1.
What money line?
All right. Rams +6. Bills -9.5. Bengals -6. Giants +7. Patriots -1.5.
It's one.
I do have
You
a
got
question.
one. Just one.
Just 1. That's fine.
Okay, Army Navy.
I have a question before we do Army Navy.
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to Johnson Roundtable Bowmania?
Yeah. I'm gonna send it later this week. I'm gonna split all the bowl games up by recording date, and you'll be able to pick from those bowl games.
Are we picking spreads or
Spreads.
So
I'm not gonna send the spreads. I'm just saying I'm gonna divide them up, and we'll have to look at the spreads that night when we record.
Okay.
Sherm, what is your Army Navy pick?
I've got Army +1.5.
I've got 1, so.
I'll take our pay. You know, whichever's better.
1.5 is better. But
I know.
I don't want you to take 1.5. I want you to
Let's
take 1.
start splitting things. I didn't know.
I want you to take 1.
I just realized I told him Cardinals +1, and I gave him half a point less. So do we want -1.5, or do they get +1.5?
That's the same thing. Oh yeah, you got flip. I did money line.
How about Sherm? You get to pick 1.5 for one of the 2 games and 1 for the other.
I would say 1.5 for the Cardinals.
Okay. I'll take 1 at -1.5.
Yeah, we'll take -1.5. All right, so your Army +1.
Yeah.
Pick.
Under 32.5.
I've got 33, so.
33.
What are you taking?
Navy -1.
Gotta go with the over now.
What are you, man? What kind of? Did you see those Oakley jerseys? Come on.
Hey, we respect the troops on this podcast, okay?
Yeah, but they're NASA jerseys.
Respect the troops.
All right. Hey, Darcy told me not to respect Navy. That's what he told me.
The Navy's,
Respect
the
the
Navy's
troops.
never been to the moon.
Respect them.
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
Navy.
no,
but,
they have their Westmore
NASA.
graduates that have been to the moon.
but there's NASA jerseys. Makes no sense.
Man.
Oh, by the way, they're on the Jocks and the round table.
No.
Three of us have gotten buys in the fantasy football league.
Who? Go ahead and say it. What
It
else?
would be. Do you want me to go in order?
Go prettiest to ugliest.
Okay, so it'd be me.
Whoa.
Whoa.
All right. Good.
Then John Alex,
Whoa.
and then Oakley,
Come on, man.
and then I know a one-time guest Judson made it. He made it.
No.
He got a buy.
He doesn't get it. All right, so I don't want to pick the over.
You don't have to pick the over.
I know, but one of John Alex or Christian is going to pick the under. And then that would be 3.
Well, then come in my hole.
All right, I'm going to take the under, but if one of them picks the under, I'm switching to the over.
Okay.
33.
Fair enough. What's everybody's fully torqued?
Man.
Oh man, that's a tough one.
Mine is Oakley and I are going to Indiana this weekend.
Are y'all gonna go watch some basketball?
No.
I bet you could watch some cool high school basketball though.
I would never go to a high school basketball game in Indiana. What am I going to see? Some white boy from French Lick?
The hick from French Lick might be a bucket.
It's way far away from where
Yeah.
we're going.
Be the most mentally sound layup of your lifetime.
I'm fully torqued to see all this transfer portal stuff.
It's too much. It's
I'm
overwhelming.
I'm following it like Oakley's following free agency.
It's overwhelming.
Dude,
It is free agency.
It really is, dude. It's
MLB free agency.
insane.
Yeah, it is.
Alabama has like 6 people in the transfer portal.
We're about to get one of your linemen.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Like, it's-
And then we're about to get the Vandy running back.
But see, that makes me think. Okay, Alabama's about to struggle the next couple of years because these young guys are just tipping out. They're like, "Oh, we got 2 losses and didn't go to the ship."
They're
I'm
gonna
out.
get Drake May.
I think so.
Who is?
Bama.
You.
You think Drake May is coming to Alabama?
He's either going to Alabama or Georgia.
He was committed to Alabama before he flipped to North Carolina.
So why? Okay, my question is, why leave North Carolina when Clemson is obviously struggling, and you have a pretty good team and you can win a conference championship there?
Money.
I mean, you're probably right. but
No,
I mean,
their team is about to not. It's going to go down because their best receiver is leaving. Their best corner is in the portal.
Tony Grimes is in the pool.
I mean, he might go to Ohio State, I guess.
I'm just going to say, like,
He's going to
again,
one of those 3.
but NIL and transfer portal has
You
ruined
like
college football.
Florida? I don't know. I kind of like it. Like, we'll get used to it. And it's going to calm down once the extra COVID year goes away.
Yeah.
Because then guys don't have 5 to 6 years. They have 4 to 5.
It's not like JT Daniels, who could technically play.
Till like 2026.
He could play next year, too. He
Are
could
you
get
serious?
24.
he could get a medical red shirt.
He can play till 2024. He can get a retroactive medical red shirt for 2019.
This dude.
He would play 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. That's 7 years.
Yep.
He was worse than that point guard from
Kansas?
Ball State.
Oh.
That dude stayed there for like 9 years.
Kraft?
Nah, it was he was just he was
I'm
some
thinking
tour.
Perry Ellis from Kansas.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
He had like this. He had like the long beaver cut. Like he was there for I felt like ever.
I don't remember him. Then there's also this lineman from an FCS school that Kentucky's really
Rhode
really
Island?
high on. I don't know. but they're really high on him. I figure if there's a lineman that they're excited about, then he's good. So.
He's the number 2. Well, as of at noon today, he was the number 2 overall ranked guy in the portal.
Might get Cohen back. That's fun.
Are they gonna fire him?
No, he's gonna leave. They think that
McVay's retiring.
they think that they play Thursday this week.
Yeah, maybe.
And then, or maybe they're going into a bye week or something. I don't know.
They play Thursday this week.
Okay, so that's what it is. They think that after that, they're going to kind of announce he's finishing the season with the Rams, but he is leaving after the season's over. That's the scuttlebutt that I hear. And by hear, I mean read. And by read, I mean Darcy sends it to me.
How good do you feel about?
Not good. I don't feel good about anything ever.
Well, I was about to say, how do you feel about your 4 seed? Like, do you feel like you like where you're at?
Oh, in fantasy football?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, if Kenneth Walker is healthy, I'm going to win. If Kenneth Walker and Tua, which I believe Tua is healthy.
So you have to put between Grant and Ryan.
Yeah, I don't care. I will smoke them.
But here's the thing. Grant has a really good team. Like, he's put up a bunch of points. Everyone's had, like, really good games against him.
Yeah, I'm going to have a really good game every single week. I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
I do understand.
Yeah, no, I'm going to put up major numbies. I'm going to kill everyone. No one's going to come within 50 points of me in the playoffs.
I cannot wait to see you lose.
If I play your team, I will crush your team into Bolivian.
All right.
Bolivia.
Yeah, it's a Mike Tyson quote.
So what else
Broke
is
his
funny?
back. Spinal.
There are 2 starlings that got buys, and then 2 starlings that are in the Satco tournament.
It's true.
Will, honestly, probably the coolest thing I ever saw last week before playoffs. Will and Grant both build their ways into the playoffs. That was pretty cool to watch. Mason, you got the short end of the stick on that one, man.
Yeah, it is
Tough
what it is.
scene, brother.
It is what it is. I could never recover from the risk I did at the beginning of the year with D-Hop.
But
And you got that rapist.
Yeah.
if you play Dak Prescott,
Oh, I'm in. I know.
you're in.
Well,
It's barely, but you're in.
But my thing was going into it. I still don't. If the decision was again, like I probably would do the same because of the matchups.
But you already know how many points they scored.
I mean, would you rather have a guy going against the Colts D or the Texans D?
In hindsight,
With
I would say,
the Texans D with Stingley out.
I would say
You got to think,
Dak.
though, Deshaun Watson hasn't played a live game scrimmage.
700 something days.
I know.
I would like to just say that I think for 4 weeks straight, I didn't set my lineup in this fantasy league.
Rude. That's on you, homie.
Well,
No,
I
that's what I'm
know
saying, and I barely made the playoffs.
me and
Are you saying it's
Oakley.
really hard to not make the playoffs?
No, I'm saying, like,
Hey,
think about if
take some risks.
I'm
It's
a
okay.
dark horse in these playoffs.
Hey, that's okay. I got a 6th round wide receiver 1 next year.
Me too. Except mine was in, like, the 12th round.
Who?
Traylon Burks.
I'm wondering if I can as my first round pick.
Who?
I'm wondering if I can keep Cooper Kupp. Reason being is because Will owns the rights to my draft. So if I get a better pick than him, then he gets it.
If he wants it.
If he wants it. I mean, if I'm behind him, obviously he's not going to want it.
Well,
I have a protected... I don't know how to say that.
you're at least 15th. You're not going to be picking 16th.
It's true, yeah.
But
Or I'm at least second.
I mean, him giving me Christian Watson, that was big time. I needed it. And it's been kind of working because he scored 7 touchdowns
Yeah.
since I got him. So, yeah. That was completely worth it.
Someone needs to give Oakley the old Robert Kraft treatment.
Whoa.
Deshaun Watson treatment. Mason's favorite quarterback.
Allegedly.
Metro Boomin. What's
Let's see. I want to see who Will plays. So Will. Oh wow. That's gonna be awkward.
Will Christian?
Will Christian.
Oh, it's okay. I beat his butt every time we play.
And then winner has to play Shadun. Do y'all know that one time his mom tried to friend me on Facebook and I sent him a picture of it, and then I went back to look and the friend request had been revoked.
Well, Grant is who does Grant play?
Grant. So Grant actually got a lower seat than I thought.
Grant's
Ryan
12.
at 5. So he's playing Kyle.
Grant.
I don't know how him and Eric made it to the playoffs. I don't know how they won this year at all.
It's their points against. Look at theirs and look at mine.
Oh, so that's the thing. So I'm gonna let y'all know. Like I listen to a lot of fantasy football people on Sirius XM every single day. There are so many leagues that actually don't do matchups. They just purely base their lineups each week, and they keep up with the standings with how many points they've scored, and that's it. So nothing is record based; it's all point based.
Yeah.
I like that, but it also takes away from some of the fun of the record.
No, I agree. I'm in a league right now that every week you play a matchup, and then you get another win or loss based on the league median for that week.
I like that.
So, like, if you could go
also
1-1 each week if you score a ton of points but still lose.
I'm also interested in like what Bill's in with the dynasty. Like, I kind of want to get on.
Oh, I'm in one right now, and I've set my team up. I've got 3 first-round picks in all 3 of the next year drafts. All 3 of the next three drafts.
So how does that work? Like, so do you have to, when you draft, you have to drop people on your bench?
Yes, but we have a taxi squad it's basically like a bench that doesn't count against your team that only rookies can go on. Like right now, I have Malik Willis, Desmond Ritter, and Hassan Haskins on that taxi squad that doesn't count against my roster limit.
Okay. I like that.
I wish we had taxi squads in mind. We don't. Okay, I think that's gonna cover it for this week.
That's it.
I'm fully torqued.
Maybe Aaron Judge will be a Yankee again next time we record.
Dude, when we do this podcast next week, it's only going to be an hour, and you're just going to talk about how happy you are.
Maybe.
And the bowl games.
And bowl games. Yeah, you got to think positive thoughts, man. Like
I have no positive thoughts.
I don't know what the whole thing with him being in Tampa Bay was. That was kind of weird.
He lives there.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Okay, that is weird.
Lord
Okay.
willing.